Do me a favor. Look at your smartphone screen for a second. If it's an OLED, you're looking at organic light-emitting diodes.
Right, the deep blacks, vibrant colors.
Exactly. But there is a massive, hidden inefficiency in how that screen was actually made. To build it, manufacturers likely wasted about 70% of the expensive materials involved.
Yeah, it's arguably one of the most expensive trash cans in modern manufacturing, honestly.
And that waste is the battleground for the hidden war we're covering today. We were doing a deep dive into Noctiluca S.A, which is a deep tech firm out of Poland.
Based on a December 11th, 2025 equity research update from East Value Research.
Right. So our mission here is to figure out how this small chemical shop is, trying to arm the rebels in a global war between Chinese and Korean display giants.
It sounds dramatic, but war really is the right word. You have the old guard Samsung and LG in Korea dominating the market. Then the challengers in China trying to undercut them.
And Noctiluca is positioning itself right in the middle, supplying the ammunition, basically the chemistry.
Especially they make materials for the EIL, the electron injection layer.
Okay, so for everyone listening who isn't a chemical engineer, what exactly is the EIL's job in the stack?
Think of an OLED pixel like a sandwich. You need electricity to flow from the bread into the meat to make it light up. The EIL is the layer that facilitates that flow.
So if it's inefficient, you have to pump in more voltage?
Right, and more voltage means more heat. More heat means the screen burns out faster.
But Noctiluca claims you've built a better conduit.
Much better. In Q3 2025, they got test results back from a Taiwanese partner. Using Noctiluca's EIL materials extended the panel's lifetime by roughly 130%.
130, that is a massive leap. Usually you see incremental gains of, 10 or 20%?
Exactly. And they saw a similar boost over 100% with a major Chinese telecommunications producer, too.
Wow.
That kind of durability change is a step change. It's significant enough that the report suggests they might actually skip the standard joint development project phase.
The JDP bureaucracy.
Yeah, they might jump straight to production line testing with the Chinese partner in the second half of 2026.
Which brings us to the awkward part of deep tech. The science is great, but looking at these Q3 financials, the business is bleeding.
Well, sales reached 0.54 million Polish zloty, which is up 48.7% year-over-year, but still below expectations.
Right. They missed their targets.
Yep.
And they lowered their financial forecast for 2025 and 2026. So why are the analysts maintaining a fair value of 152.87 zloty per share when the bank account looks that thin?
Because the analysts aren't valuing the current sales, they're valuing the pivot. The entire industry is trying to shift from the old manufacturing method, vacuum deposition, to the holy grail, which is inkjet printing.
IJP. This is where that 70% waste figure comes in, right?
Exactly. Right now, making an OLED screen is like spray painting a chain link fence. You spray a cloud of vaporized chemicals through a mask, you only utilize about 30% of the material.
So it's efficient for speed, but terrible for cost.
Precisely. Inkjet printing is exactly what it sounds like. A printer nozzle drops the organic material precisely into the pixel well. You go from using 30% of your material to using 90%.
So why hasn't everyone switched already?
Because it's incredibly hard to keep the chemicals stable when you turn them into an ink. If the droplet dries unevenly, the pixel looks weird. Noctiluca's entire bet is that they have cracked the code on high-performance EIL materials that can actually be printed.
And this connects back to the geopolitics. The report mentions they have a JDP with Jura, which is linked to TCL and Tianma, and a likely material transfer agreement with BOE.
The Chinese heavyweights. BOE is already a supplier for iPhone displays.
Right, and the Korean giants.
Samsung and LG are deeply invested in the old vacuum method because they mastered it. The Chinese manufacturers are pouring billions into inkjet printing because it's their chance to leapfrog the Koreans on cost.
So Noctiluca is effectively betting on China winning the manufacturing war.
In a way, yes. Contrast that with their main competitor, Kelux, who is backed by Samsung and LG. Noctiluca is diversifying by working with the challengers who are trying to catch up.
It's a high-risk play. The report frames 2026 as the break-even year, but they need those testing contracts to actually convert to mass production supply deals.
That's the timeline. The tech works. The lifespan data proves that. Now it's just a question of whether the manufacturing lines can scale up fast enough.
It leaves us with an interesting dilemma for you listening. If this inkjet revolution succeeds, manufacturers save billions on wasted chemicals, and screens last twice as long.
A total win on paper.
Right. But here's the provocative thought to leave you with. In an industry obsessed with selling units, do manufacturers actually want a phone screen that lasts 10 years? Or will they just pocket those billions in efficiency savings and keep selling you a new phone every 2 years anyway?
That is the question that science can't answer.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We will catch you on the next one.